A reckless skier learns what happens when you hit the wrong kid. We saved for 2 years to take this trip to Colorado. My son, Adam, is 11 and had been obsessively watching ski videos for months, practicing turns in our living room in clear water like he was training for the Olympics. This was his first time seeing real snow, actual falling, powdery snow instead of the crushed ice slush they hand out in a styrofoam cup at gas stations back home. I grew up skiing in Idaho, so I knew what I was doing, but for him, this was a whole new world. Day one was perfect. He fell maybe 30 times, but he'd pop up laughing, brushing snow off himself, and keep trying. By the end of the day, he made it down the bunny hill without falling once. He was so proud he called his mom from the lodge 3 separate times to announce each new record run. Day 2, he woke up buzzing like he'd chugged 3 espressos. He wanted to go all the way to the top. I told him we could, as long as we stayed on the green trails. There's a long, wide path that snakes down the whole mountain without ever hitting anything too steep. My wife stayed in the lodge by the fire with her book. She's strictly a hot chocolate and Wi-Fi type. We rode the lift up, and Adam couldn't stop pointing out every snowy peak he could see. Dad, is that the Continental Divide? Dad, can we come back next year? Dad, do you think I can go faster than yesterday? We started heading down, and he was doing incredible. Good posture, smooth turns, confident, but not reckless. Then halfway down, I heard skis scraping ice behind us. Fast. Way faster than anyone should be going on a beginner trail. I glanced back for half a second and saw this guy. Mid-20s, neon orange jacket, absolutely flying, going at blue or even black diamond speed. He wasn't slowing. He wasn't even attempting to. I yelled, "Adam, move right!" Too late. The guy slammed into Adam's back with full force. Their skis tangled, and both went down hard. Adam's skis popped off, and he hit the snow so fast his goggles cracked. I sprinted to him, and he was already crying, shaking. Snow jammed down his jacket, holding his knee. It was swelling under his snow pants right in front of me. The guy who hit him, still sitting on the ground, swearing like we were the inconvenience. I helped Adam stand. He wrapped his arms around me and wouldn't let go, and as I'm trying to calm him down, the guy finally trudges over and looks at me with this annoyed expression, like he wants me to apologize. I said, "What the hell were you thinking going that fast on a green?" He shrugged and said, "Maybe keep a better eye on your kid." Then he clipped back into his skis and took off before I could even respond. Adam was still shaking, so I told him to walk down the edge of the trail to the lodge and find his mom. He limped off, skis in hand, crying the whole way. I stood there staring at where that jerk disappeared. My hands were shaking, not from cold, from pure rage. I pulled out my phone and called Ski Patrol, gave them the guy's jacket color, ski bindings, exact trail. They told me they'd take care of it. An hour later, after meeting my wife and rushing Adam to the clinic, we found out he'd sprained his knee pretty badly. No more skiing for the trip. 3 hours in the clinic later, we limped back to the lodge. I told my wife I'd called Ski Patrol. She said, "Good." We were sitting near the big lodge windows when I saw them. 2 Ski Patrol officers walking a guy in an orange jacket toward the office at the bottom of the lift. He was arguing, flailing his arm. Then he looked up, saw me, froze, and started yelling through the glass, mouth wide, red-faced. I couldn't hear him, but I knew exactly what he was saying. One patrol guy put a hand on his shoulder and said something that shut him up instantly. They dragged him inside, skis confiscated, and that was the last I saw of him. I didn't ruin his day. He ruined mine, and my kid's whole trip. I just made sure someone held him accountable.